Okay, hello everyone, Victor Momo from Excel Moments with the continuation of the solution series to Excel BI's LinkedIn challenges. And like I've said in previous videos, if you're not following the Excel BI LinkedIn page, you should if you want to boost your Excel formula game. This is challenge 902. So let's see what we have here. In terms of the data, I think I have 3 columns. One is for the employee ID, one is for a category, and then I have a timing. The timing basically just has like a start and end, time. And I kind of have a feeling that we're going to calculate the duration. We'll see about that. Okay, and in terms of what is expected, we kind of group by category and we calculate the total number of hours. So let's see if we are missing anything here. So it says calculate the duration for different categories if the numeric portion is greater than 150. So meaning that looking at this employee ID, we kind of strip out the numeric part. If it's greater than 150, the duration will be 20% more. So meaning whatever the duration is, just more or less multiply that by 1.2, 20% more. The number in itself is 100% plus 20%, 120%, which is same as 120 over 100, 1.2. So whatever you get, it's like adding 20% of it to itself, but that's basically multiplied by 1.2. That's fastest way. Otherwise, leave it as is. Then the next thing is that you kind of check the categories too, and you see that if the category is beta, you multiply whatever you have by 1.5. Otherwise, if it's gamma, you multiply by 2. Alpha remains as 1. So it's kind of straightforward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it off, by doing it with helper columns. And after doing it with helper columns, and I would attempt to do it in one cell, which is why I think you tuned into this video. So stay tuned, why I do that. So let's start off, with the simple part first. Now, the first thing is for us to break, this timing column apart so that we can get the start and end and basically get the duration, which means that we split it based on a hyphen. Right, and we can look at maybe a text after and a text before. You could bring in a text split there. I want to keep it simple in a way that I can just get everything to work, because text splits and, arrays of arrays, I don't want to get into that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is simple. So I'm going to do a text after. I say text after here. I want to see a text after the hyphen minus a text before. Same guys. Control backspace, a hyphen. All right. So this basically gives me, duration. I just changed the formatting there. All right. So to convince yourself, of course, if you multiply these guys by 24, you should have something that looks like, relatable hours. So here we know this is 8 to 12:30. That's definitely 4.5 hours. This one is 4. This one here, negative numbers, you have a challenge with them. And that's because you're starting at 22 hours and this is ending at 2:30. So it's kind of like a bigger number going to a smaller number. So you want to use a 24-hour, as in timing. So instead of 2:30, you kind of add 24 to that. So it becomes like 26:30. 26:30 minus 22 will give you 4 hours 30, which is fine. So if you're at this level, you just need to be adding 24 to it. If you're at this level where you haven't multiplied by 24, you just need to be adding 1 to it. So it's kind of like saying 1 day or 24 hours. Okay, so let me deal with it at the level of, the day. So what I can do is I can say if this value is less than 0, meaning it's negative, I want to add 1 to it. Okay, that's one way. Otherwise, I want to keep it as is. So that's simple. It's just saying if it is negative, I want to add 1 to it. Otherwise, I want to keep it as is. That's all. Okay, so you can see that this negative number and these ones, they become what? Positive. The other way you could do it is also to say you could do something like this and say add the numbers to if the numbers are less than 0. What's going to happen here? If the numbers are less than 0, this is going to be true, which technically is 1. And then if numbers are greater than 0 or equal to 0, that will give us a false, which is 0. So in that case, anytime it's a positive number, you are adding it to 0. Anytime it's a negative number, you're adding it to 1, which is essentially what you want, right? So it's kind of the same thing, right? Okay, so good. So now we have our duration. This is kind of like our duration, corrected, if you call it that. So next thing we want to do is to test this part of the employee ID and see if it's greater than 150. So, we can multiply by 1.2. So you could do something like this and just say if, then let's test. Let's get the right of this portion here. Okay, so we're just getting the right, 3, which is going to give me the right 3 numbers. I'm using the double unary just to convert it from text to number. So if this happens, I want to get a 1. Okay, sorry, I forget that part. That's 150. If it's greater than 150, I want to do a 1.2. I'm getting ahead of myself. Otherwise, I want to do 1. Okay, so that's just saying anytime it's greater than 150, like here, I want to see a 1.2. Like here, I want to see a 1.2. Otherwise, I want to see 1. So that's 1. So this one here helps you with, the emp ID fix. Okay, so that's that one. Then the next one is now where you're testing for whether it is beta, gamma, or alpha. You could use an if, you could use you could use a switch, so just call this alpha, beta, gamma. So it's simple. We could do a switch. We give it all these values in the category column, and then we test. We say if it's beta, for example, I want to do a 1.5. If it's what? Gamma, let's keep the case consistent, but I know it's all capitals here. I want to do 2, otherwise I want to do 1, which is for alpha, right? So as you can see, alpha, beta, gamma, 1, 1.52, 1, 1.52. Okay, so that's that. So now that we have this, we essentially want to just multiply, this corrected duration with this emp ID fix, with this ABG, which is alpha, beta, gamma, and then by 24 so that we can convert it to hours, because I'm still working in days right now. Okay, so it's kind of looking like all this, control backspace, multiply by all this, control backspace, multiply by all this. That's kind of like using a product function, right? Okay, all this, okay, and then multiply by 24. So this is everything. So this is it in hours, right? So this is all of it in hours. Okay, now by factoring in everything we need to, now what we are going to do is we are just going to do a group by. So it's like saying group by the category and then sum up these hours together. So let's do that here. So we're going to do, group by, and then we are grouping by the category. So select all the categories, and then in terms of our values, we are summing up, the hours. So comma, backspace, and then do a sum. Okay, all right, and let's see if that's fine. So 100.7, 86.35, 21, 28.5. That's it. So this is essentially, everything. Solution done. So this is a good point to stop watching the video, but no, don't. What you should do at this point is subscribe to the channel, Excel Moments. And after you subscribe, then come back and let's watch the second part. So the second part is now doing it in one cell, which is just building of what are some of the things I already did here. I could copy some of the pieces in there, but I could decide, to just write it from scratch. Okay, so let me come back in here. So I'm going to now start it off again. So I'm going to use a let this time. And then I can start, say maybe let A. Then I do the first thing, I do text after. So you already know the drill now. So text after this minus, text before. Let's take this whole guy. Okay, hyphen, control backspace. All right, so this is going to be our A. So our A essentially is going to give us, our duration. So what's the next thing that we need to do? We need to do a switch, which is where we say, hey, as in if the numbers are less than 0, we want to switch them. So for that one, I could, maybe use a B. All right, and I can just say my B is, take whatever is your A, plus A less than 0. Okay, so this is just trying to say whenever it's negative, it's going to add a +1. Otherwise, it's going to keep it as is. All right, so that's that one. Okay, so then we go to the next variable. Next variable is where we deal with the employee ID, where it is greater than 150. So I could do maybe a C and then just do, hey, if, this right of this guy, right, comma 3, if the right of this is greater than 150, I want to do 1.2. Otherwise, I want to do 1, right? So that's 1. Then you could go, I'm trying to be very sequential here. So for D, I could do a switch and then say switch here. I'm switching based on these guys, right? And then I want to check, is it beta? If it's beta, I want to do a 1.5. Then what else? If it's gamma, I keep not getting that G right first time. I want to do a 2, otherwise I want to do a 1. Okay, so that kind of looks like it. So really what we now need to be doing is we need to multiply, B by C and by D and by 24. So that's our calculation, and then we can group by, whatever dates, whatever category we want here. So let me see if that works. So I'm going to come here and then I'm going to do a group by. Okay, so I'm grouping by the category. So group by category. And then here I'm multiplying C. Let me start with B. So B is actually the duration, right? So B is duration. Maybe I should use better variable names. Multiplied by C, multiplied by D, multiplied by 24, and then do a sum. Okay, so let's close the bracket here. Let's do Alt Enter, and let's close that bracket here. So let's see. Okay, and we're good. Okay, so only thing you may want to do here is maybe a little, clean up. Why? Because you can see that we use maybe D5 to D38 like twice, C5 to C38, like twice. So maybe we just start with that first. So maybe the let part, let me take this down, and I can say let, here, I can say let emp be the D5. Okay, that's timing. So let me not use that. Let me use timing, something like that. So let me just say let timing be D5 to D38. Okay, so that's that one first. And then we use C5 to C38, which is category. So I could call that cat. So cat is C5 to C38. Okay, good. So what it means is that here, I'm going to change this to timing. Here, I'm going to change this to timing. Select this. Better to pick from this. Okay, then here, C5 to C38. We're going to call this one cat, which is category. Here, we're going to call this one's, cat, which is category. Okay, so nothing else really should be different if everything was done right. Okay, and that's how you get it done. So, I mean, you could skip a few steps here, where I did B, C, and D. Someone could do C and just multiply this by the switch straight away. But yeah, just decided to go sequential. So you kind of see how you move from using helper cells to, a single cell. It's basically the same. Once you're able to follow the logic step by step, then building it up with a let, is no worries at all. So, hey, that's all I intended to show in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to, if you didn't already subscribe to the channel Excel Moments. For now, I'm out.